What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Professor X. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all of you who subscribe, comment, leave a thumbs up, like the videos. I do appreciate it. I really mean that. I got one today that I may eventually do a part two or rearrange this one because I think that it's gonna explain a lot. And I was kind of thinking about this over the last 2 days while I was on my route. I think that it will explain a lot. I'm not even sure what I want to title it yet. By now you guys have seen the title, but I'm not even sure what the title will be. Something about maybe the greatest threat, maybe that's it, the greatest threat to marriage and or relationships, in my opinion, from just meditating the last couple of days about this topic. The greatest threat to marriage and relationships. When you take a job, normally everybody's always excited and giddy. Compared to relationships now, so keep that in mind. I'm talking job, think relationship. Normally everybody is excited because you know your pay, or maybe you haven't worked in a while, so it doesn't matter the pay, or maybe you've gone up in pay. You was working a job, you located another job, your pay went up significantly. Maybe the benefits is way better, the 401k is way better, the vacation time is way better. Maybe you're able to work from home, take care of your children, whatever. Normally, when you take a job, there's a giddiness and an excitement that comes with it. But nobody ever really discusses what it takes to necessarily lose that job. I mean, it's in the handbook, right? The code of conduct, different things, but nobody really talk about it because everybody is so focused on the job that they got and doing the best that they can to maintain and be productive and etc. Just like relationships, especially marriage. When you get married or you're in a long-term relationship, marriage, you bring these vows. You see the person and you say these vows, and at that time that you walking down the aisle, that's like the new job. Everybody's excited. Everybody's ecstatic. It's a new life. We're well on our way. I'm in love with her. She's in love with me. Let's go. Let's build. Let's start this empire. Let's do what we need to do. Let's create this family. Let's build this bond. Let's vacation. Let's do it. Everybody's ecstatic. Everybody's happy. And then more times than not, 60, 70% of the time, at some point, whether it be 5 years, 30 years, the marriage, the relationship dissolves, breaks apart, divorce sets in. People sit around and wonder what happened. In most cases, the blame goes back and forth. He didn't do this. He did this. She didn't do this. She did that. She got bored. He didn't want to work. On and on and on and on. I did everything. She ain't do nothing. I wanted to go back to school. She ain't support me. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. He ain't support me. On and on and on and on and on. Never really getting to the bottom of what actually broke down the relationship or the marriage. So I want to help maybe those of you who are married now and you are in a stagnant zone. Maybe you're thinking about getting a divorce. Maybe you're thinking about getting married and you're trying to cross all your T's and dot your I's to try to make the best informed decision possible. I commend you for that. You need this video. Share it. Like it. Share it. The number one threat after meditating and paying attention to society, my own marriage that ended, and others that I have heard about and others that I have helped people with and through. The number one threat to marriage and relationships is selfishness. At some point after you walk down the aisle, man, woman, not picking a side. At some point after you turn in that rented tuxedo, at some point when that limousine or that horse and carriage is turned back in, at some point when somebody cut them cans off the back of the car because you want to go that, that just married they still do that? Anybody still do that? They put just married in the window, and then somebody put all the cans and stuff on the string. So when you drive off, it's all rattling, and the whole world know this is a happy couple coming down. And there she go. There y'all go. The groom looking good, the bride looking good, her dress still long. She laughing and giggling. She got throwing her feet in the air. He chilling, he cooling. His homeboys done dapped him up. They know what it is. It's time for the honeymoon. Get it, homeboy. Get it. Get it, boy. Let them know what it is. You dap them up. Yeah, I'm about, about to get in that. And she done told her girls, yeah, I've been holding back. I done let him have a little bit up for the last year, but I've been holding back. I'm gonna give it to him tonight, honeymoon. All week. He gonna get it. Woo, girl. The girl, the little bridal shower, she get little trinkets, little stuff for y'all to play with. Little edibles and whatnot. Yeah. Little chocolate things. Yeah. Little toys go here and there. Yeah. Everybody's excited. And at some point, in 60 to 70% of marriages, if not more, because it's some people just choose not to divorce, but the marriage is still unstable, it's still raggedy. Somebody chooses to be selfish. Somebody who both agreed at the beginning, this is what I'm signing up for, to take care of you, to honor you, to love you, to cherish you, to only be with you, to respect you, yes, to uphold you, to lift you, to consider you, to provide for you. And I'm going both sides. What I named, the provision might have been from the man. The honor might have been from the woman. The respect was both ways. The submission on the woman, but still go both ways. The love both ways. The endurance both ways. For better or for worse, both ways. Sickness and in health, both ways. For higher, lower, both ways. And at some point, one of the two, with making no excuse, one of the two is going to decide, even if it's just a temporary lapse in their behavior or in their thought process, I don't want to uphold my end of the deal. In other words, I choose to be selfish. Maybe somebody 12 years in gets a sickness and the other person don't want to have to deal with it, and they say, I know what I signed up for, but I did not know it would be like this. I want out. Selfishness. Maybe a man is married 6 years, 7 years, and that curvaceous woman at the job knows he's a married man and continues to taunt and tempt him until he finally gets to the place where he gives in and make them reservations at Motel 6 and enjoys the best time that he's ever had since he was a teenager. And it's a moment of selfishness. I'm not sticking with what I agreed on in the beginning. And we can make all the excuses in the world, but it's still an act of selfishness. Why did you do it? Well, my wife gained 300 pounds, but you said in better or worse, you would stay. You knew when you walked down the aisle, there was potential for her to blow up like a balloon, like a blimp, like a hot air balloon. You knew she could blow up. You knew he could get sick. You knew that prostate, C word, could come upon a man in his 40s and 50s and change the dynamic of y'all intimacy. You knew, because you said for better or for worse. You didn't know what was going to come to your life. You didn't know what was going to come exactly to your family, but you knew something was going to come. But whatever came, and I'm speaking to myself, I'm not judging nobody. I've been there. I lived it. Selfish. I don't know what's coming when you walk down the aisle right before you lift that veil and you look her in the eyes. You don't know what's coming, but you know something is coming. But on that day, you say, whatever comes, I'm willing to stick with her. I'm willing to stick with him all the way to the end. And somewhere from the time you walk down that aisle, selfishness, somebody, one of the two, first, it's not equal. You both know at some point somebody is going to say within their spirit, I no longer will abide by this. I'm tired. I used to clean. He don't want to clean up after himself. I'm not cleaning no more. And the little wrinkles begin. You know, when you snag your shirt and the thread starts coming out, and the more you pull at it, the more it comes out, and the more you pull at it, the more it comes out. It starts. That process begins, and it's just a little while that the whole thing will come apart. Selfishness, the greatest threat to any marriage. Selfishness. Somebody at some point is going to lay aside the quote unquote rules and laws of the relationship and say, today I'm only going to think about myself. And when you do that, and when I did that, and when she did that, and when y'all did that, and when 60% of Americans did that, and the other 40% that's probably still not happy and doing it, they just realize or say we're going to stay together regardless, but they're not really happy because selfishness has creeped in. I no longer want to do what I know I should do, and I'm thinking about myself. Selfishness, the greatest threat. So to you who are not married yet, don't worry about what you see in that person right now. Ask yourself within yourself, are you a selfish individual when it comes to relationships? Are you selfish? Do you have a tendency to lean to being selfish? And you don't even know what's coming yet. If you are selfish at all, I would say keep your behind off the altar. You're not ready for the marriage game. You're not ready. I wasn't ready. Most people that walk down that aisle wasn't ready. If you got 5% of selfishness in you, life is going to push and pull until that is revealed. And in a moment of whatever it is you do, it ain't always cheating. It's just laying down what you know is needed for the marriage. I'm no longer going to respect this person. A woman can say, I'm no longer going to hold my tongue and speak to him in a respectful way. I'm tired of whatever it is that I'm tired of, and I will now speak to him any way that I want to because I'm going to take a selfish role now. Yeah. Not giving my husband no kitty because I'm selfish. He don't do what I ask him to do, I'm selfish. I'm not going to do what my wife is asking me to do. I'm selfish. It's not going to kill me to do it. She wants me to clean up after myself. She tired of me coming in just throwing my clothes everywhere. She tired of me walking in the door with the boots dirty and I leave them in front of the door. And then she got to put the boots up, clean the boots off, vacuum the floor, mop it up, sweep it up. Selfish. She done asked me 3 times to put it in this container over here where she could contain the dirt, and I won't do it. Selfish. And the whole while, that yarn is being pulled on that marriage and that relationship. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. I didn't name every situation, but y'all know. Y'all who have been divorced, you know. Somewhere down the line, selfishness creeped in. And instead of thinking as a team and a union, which is what marriage is, 2 becoming 1, somebody, because you're still individuals, somebody said, I'm no longer going to think and move and act as if I'm in a union. I will now move as an individual. You know that y'all have a rule. Anything over $1,000, let me know. Yeah, if I tell him, he ain't gonna let me get it, so I'll spend it anyway. Selfish. Let me know where you going, husband. I'm not trying to keep you from hanging with your homeboys, but I am your wife, so just let me know. Don't just walk out the house and just be gone 3-4 hours. And the man say, I've eaten all of the red pills of the internet. I don't have to tell you nothing. You go take your behind in the room and wash all the clothes and fold them. I'm the king. I'm Godzilla. I'm God Almighty. I tell you nothing. Selfish. Teach Professor X. And then you wake up, divorce notice is in the mail, and you start blaming one another. And the men say she ain't want to sleep with me no more. And the women say because he was sleeping with everybody else. And the men say she was too high maintenance and cost me too much money. And the women say he didn't want to buy me nothing, but he bought his motorcycle, boat, and everything else. On and on and on and on and on. I'm gonna stop this video now because it's going over 18 minutes. Like I said, I probably have to do something else with it because I believe we own to something. Selfishness is the greatest threat to any marriage and relationship. If I'm telling the truth, and y'all know somebody that's going through this or about to get married, share this video and let's talk about it in the comments. And y'all be blessed.